Well, hello everyone, and welcome to A Link to the Past Randomizer daily race. Today we have AFG's Crosskeys. I am Blue Link, and I am joined on commentary by Akuhaish. How are you doing?
I am doing great. All
Uh, so
ready to watch this Crosskeys.
yeah, it's Crosskeys is so much fun. Today's matchup is a very exciting Maniacal versus Maximum Barnage, and on tracking we have Arteril, who's excellent, and I'm glad we can rely on him. So we got a Sword and Sank. That's nice.
Oh, and Zink is at Lumberjack. So that's going to be interesting to try to get to.
Just arrows on the bush crab today. And we got into the village of outcasts on Maniacal's side, and he's going to do a little bit of bunny walking here.
Again, I like doing bunny walking when I do stuff. Seeing what's around, what I can do.
He found Bumper Cave, so that's good information to have for later.
Piece of heart at the house. Ooh,
Oh, early hook shot in the woods. That is a nice thing to have.
can see what the stun prize is really early as well.
Yep,
Going to be
and
hoping for bombs.
Oh, got Ganon in the woods. That's good. We don't need to worry about needing to do Ganon's tower quite yet.
Oh, and hearts for the stun prize. Seeing a couple of different routes, which I like. Green Pendant is in Skull Woods today.
Maniacal unfortunately has no bombs to get to the back of Saha's hut there.
Gonna kill that green fish, hoping for some bombs, and gonna possibly try finding something else out. And this is regular Crosskeys, not Crosskeys 2023, I think is the year that we use. So the keys can lock themselves.
Okay, so Barnage found a bomb. And Maniacal doing the Houlihan, which is slightly less important than in Retrance if you've been following the League tournament. Because you don't need to buy a whole bunch of keys. But having some money is definitely nice. As you can see, Barnage picking up that 300 a while ago just gets to buy bombs.
Found a useless fairy drop in Kakariko. Compass for Eastern for sale. And Maniacal found a bomb.
Yeah, those 50-50 bushes paying out. We have Mini Moldrum Cave over here.
Big key to Hera. Glove. And a small key to Meyer, all in Mini Moldorm Cave.
That glove is nice because it means you don't have to abandon certain checks when you're in an area that you just can't get to otherwise. And of course, it's one piece of the puzzle towards getting regular Dark World access. Hopefully, we don't have to rely on a connector to get there all the time.
Useless piece of heart on race game that I doubt anyone's going to go get.
More compasses. So Maniacal gets to pay for the race game and just fails to win anything worthwhile. Oh, so there's a connector in Kakariko that goes to the top of the castle.
This gets abandoned so much if you can't get here, and we find Eastern.
No bow, but Barnage is going to go investigate.
Well, it's a connector to get here, and I would just go in and end my travels here as well.
Well, we've got 3 compasses already. There's the other chess game, the one that's not worth playing.
Nice magic for Barnage. Don't have anything to use it with, but nice to have a full magic bar.
Well, Maniacal declines to check the same connector that Barnage did at this time. He's got some more looking around to do in Kakariko.
And that's the thing with Crosskeys is it's up to you to check the connectors now or later.
Okay, we have the well at Magic Bat dropdown. That's not terrible.
And Spiral Cave.
Yeah, that's a little more terrible.
That nice one-way entrance.
And Maniacal has changed his mind.
Well, it's early enough. Just go through it and get it done. And welcome in, Raiders, from Coin Chaser's channel.
Alright, Spike Cave, where do you lead? The Mire area. That is interesting.
And Bombos to get into the Mire door.
Oh, and Desert's over here. Maniacal is going to go check the other cave entrance first. Alright, so Barnage, I think, found a pod small that was the only thing of value in Eastern. Oh, okay, Maniacal is going to save and quit out of the Mire area.
And Barnage knows he cannot drop into Ganon, so dropping in here and getting some arrows.
Maniacal into the Lost Woods. He's going to find his hookshot a little bit. In a little bit.
Gotta get some money first.
Alright, Hyrule Castle front door. It's the bottom of Paradox Cave. Okay. So what's kind of interesting is Zora's actually in Logic right now, and Maniacal has the money.
Yeah, that's a very long way to go for a check.
A heart container
Yeah,
on Hylia Island. Oh, it's whatever level of Paradox Cave you want to call this.
I think that's bottom and this is middle because the whole cave itself is a paradox. Then we find Pod.
Only one check here for Maniacal. Unless he wants to mimic Clip, but he doesn't have that small key that Barnage does. Okay, Paradox Cave's got Hammer.
Small key to ice.
And a Master
sword.
Sword. Oh, wow. And a
And
bow!
bow. Oh. So Barnage will be happy when he finds Pod. And Maniacal is looking like he's going to Mimic Clip. And we find Ice Palace on Dark Death Mountain.
Alright, here goes Maniacal with the Mimic Clip.
Looking good so far. About one more time into that wall.
And there it goes.
And this will just be 2 checks and no hammer. And Barnage is getting his mini Moldorm stuff.
So that's Hammer and Glove. We still need a Moon Pearl.
Bombs and 20 rupees.
Alright, we're gonna get a Sank check.
And with that glove, we can get whatever's in here. And we don't need the glove.
Alright, Uncle. Okay.
Life savings of 50 bucks.
And a Pod Small. Okay.
With 6 pod small keys out there, you're liable to get them kind of early. At least 1 or 2. And the well drop on Barnage's side. GT small. Skullwood small. And
the
the
Hera
Hera small. Sorry about that.
And there's the Eastern Desert entrance. Maniacal not gonna go get the first check in Castle Tower. It wasn't anything worthwhile though.
You might be checking these other entrances before grabbing that first check. Maybe hoping for a small key.
So Barnage is back on top of Hyrule Castle for this other entrance he couldn't get earlier, and that was not worth the time. He does have the bow, but doesn't have the big key for Eastern. Alright, and now it's Barnage's turn to venture through Spiral Cave.
And while we're finishing up Kakariko, go ahead and give our runners a follow.
Well, it's Maniacal's turn to discover Eastern. Let's see what he decides to do. And he's going to go in. Makes sense.
And with 4 checks in here that you can get, this is a good play to just continue on.
Alright. Barnage about to discover the main entrance to Desert Palace, but he does know where the eastern entrance is. And he is going to go ahead and get smacked so he can come back as a human.
And with no keys, we can still get 1 check and the other entrance.
And we can look at what's on the torch longingly.
And we're either hoping for it to be something amazing, so we know boots are close, or
And it's silvers. Well, that's an interesting consideration.
it's very interesting.
You're probably going to be back here for the rest of the checks, and if you have boots at the time, definitely grab them. But I don't think you go back just for silvers.
Yeah, with these 2 runners, I don't think they will come back just for the silvers. So boots can be really late yet in the seed.
Well, that's never good news. Hopefully they turn up.
Right? We're always hoping for boots so we can run. And that
Okay,
is
so-
a good connector.
Oh, it's Ganon's
Oh.
tower. Okay. Well, we can have a look at the other torch and see if the boots are actually needed.
After we do another death warp. Yeah, right now, Boots is only locking, or could potentially unlock, back of escape.
Okay. The Hyrule Castle small key and our first shield in GT. Actually, with that hammer and hookshot, there's quite a bit Barnage can do in here. Oh, 10 arrows to go with that bow on the other torch.
Depending on how he uses his 1 key, could go to Ice Armos. Let's go Wood Small.
2 heart containers? He has 8 hearts to Maniacal's 3.
And Maniacal is chasing after Barnage, going through that same connector.
And we have the cape. That would get us through Bumper Cave. But wait, we already have the hookshot, so we could have done that anyway, if we weren't a bunny.
Yeah. Maniacal, without that hammer, can only check the torch and the other side.
Yeah, when he finds Paradox, that's probably not going to feel great. I mean, all the stuff inside will be definitely exciting, but then you think about the multiple things that you had to miss out on.
And you're always hoping your opponent did not route it perfectly to have all of this stuff. And
Okay, we
Fire
got
Rod.
another heart container too. So if Hera turns up now that we have fire, it is full clearable. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen quite this much of a disparity in players' HP heart count. Oh, HP heart count.
No, this is rare. And it's a lot of routing choices, but you don't know where to go until you go to those places.
Well, Maniacal came back with a bomb to Saha's house and got another pod small.
And we're facing off against Ice Armos. Doing a really nice, good Ice Armos quick kill. And being rewarded with TR small, bombos, and another sword.
Oh, wow. That is some really nice stuff to find. But Maniacal, now having 3 pod smalls, is back into pod. Interesting. Did he just come from a save and quit? I think he did, didn't he?
Yes.
The castle tower small. That's going to be an interesting decision then, if you want to save scum.
I think I would be saving all of this stuff.
And there's the Eastern big, so that makes Eastern completable between our 2 runners.
Yeah, so for Maniacal to get everything in here, he'd need 5 small keys with a bomb jump.
Alright, here's the Light World shopping mall for Barnage.
Chicken Hut.
Good thing he got a second bomb from under that rock outside.
This Maniacal picks up an easy
my
3
goodness.
more bombs.
And a pod small in pod.
It-
8 pod small in pod.
Always a small in pod.
And here's Hookshot Cave. That's convenient. The lamp.
Lamp. GT small. Castle Tower small. And Maniacal found a Swamp Palace big key.
Those are some interesting finds.
And Barnage can't go further in with no bombs. But we are going to save the old man and go up the mountain. Some dark room action on Maniacal side for a red boomerang.
This is especially dangerous on 3 hearts.
You have a bit of warning with the fire coming at you.
And the shovel. Wow. 3 big question marks.
And that shovel is locked behind 6 pod small keys.
So there are 2 more pod smalls out in the light and dark world. I was going to say world, but worlds. And Maniacal will now need to find one of those to complete the dungeon, which isn't the tallest of orders.
Barnage finding Thieves Town and Desert Small.
And Maniacal taking that Castle Tower small key to Castle Tower.
And doing Castle Tower later with a small key, you get both checks out of it. And you pretty much know you don't need to complete it with escape with the Sank where it is.
Yep, that's for sure. And Maniacal finally gets his 4th heart container. And our nice item counter compass for GT in Thieves Town. And the useless map to Ganon's Tower in Castle Tower.
And Barnage continuing on with mountain entrance checks. Bomb Shop, Pod, and Thieves Town.
So, Pod is a crystal. That's important to know.
That is the important thing to know. Yes. And Barnage, knowing where Desert East is, could easily go there and use that small key he just found.
And, okay, the potion shop up on the mountain.
A little awkward to get back to for the one check, but good to know where it is to fill up bottles.
And here's Hype Cave. Is it going to be hype? It's got competition, with Paradox Cave. And there's our Moon Pearl. Nice.
And a GT Small, so Moon Pearl hype.
Yep, so that's the whole Dark World package for Barnage. We don't need to worry anymore about being forced to take connectors multiple times.
Well, it depends on the connector. Like the one to Meyer might be interesting to take one more time at least.
Yeah, because he's got Bombos now.
TR Small Key and Brewery for Maniacal. I think Maniacal is gearing up to just shoot through. Get all of these useless checks out of the way, and then it's only high density checks.
Yeah, that could make sense.
Or it could be me trying to challenge thought.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, mountaintop, not really much going on up here on this side.
Okay, Maniacal doesn't have that lamp.
Which he will get right here. And he's got the 2 bombs to go check the other side if he really wanted to.
That could be important.
And that would be new because Barnage did not have bombs when he was here.
But, I mean, if you got a connector available, I think you just rescue the old man, right? Alright.
That rescuing the old man is a one-way thing. The connector could be 2 ways.
And, well, Maniacal decides to play it safe. I mean, because you could get locked out on the other end of the Hookshot Cave connector. I mean, it's unlikely, but then you'd have to come all the way back here to rescue the old man.
Right. Another
Okay.
GT small.
That's a lot of GT smalls. I hope that doesn't mean we have to climb. Logic could be pointing us at a terrible future.
I don't think we saw magic bat.
Yeah, we have seen useless fairies, so I think that does put an item behind the GT climb.
Or lumberjack, okay.
Barnage can go into Ice Palace with that Fire Rod.
And with one small key, with the bomb jump, can get everything in here except the big chest.
And of course, we have to do Ice Palace the long way, no Samaria.
And let's see how well Barnage does the bomb jump while Maniacal gets the first 4 out of Thieves Town. I think it was just that Desert Small that was interesting in Thieves. Oh, and
I guess the Meyer Small's nice to have. Not required by any means.
right, and it helps with routing Meyer quicker. And Maniacal saving quitting. Oh, to check where Mountain is. And Barnage finding that next shield. Oh, that's an interesting spot for Mountain access. Or
Unfortunately, being a bunny, Maniacal can't get all the goods.
can't really get anything.
If he can survive getting through these Moldorms, he will be able to check one of the other exits. Because this one I don't believe he's seen. And it is in the light world, so he gets to turn around and get all the stuff.
And this, I believe, is the start of being able to do a lot of things. And we're working on our second row of hearts on Barnage's side.
Amazing. I expect Maniacal's gonna catch up, quickly.
And that Moon Pearl being on right side mountain is going to come down to when does he go back up there. Or with that hammer and keys.
Well, let's see. He can go finish Eastern if he wanted to, and combine that with the check of the other top of Hyrule Castle entrance. He can check Desert right side.
Yeah, there's plenty of things to check, and some of them Barnage has not checked at all. But we're going to see where the other entrance is for Mountain. Barnage showing these puffs what's for.
Yeah, he did have to be a little bit careful, but was in no danger there. And just gets 10 arrows for his trouble. Also a crystal.
I did not see where Maniacal popped out of.
I was too excited watching the Cold Star fight. All right, Maximum Barnage is going to take his equipment set and go to the Dark World.
And going to Dark World where there's easy access and entrances, it's a good idea to do that.
Okay, so Maniacal is going to check Desert right side on his way to getting the well, I think. 300 rupees. And a piece of heart. That's disappointing.
Yeah, so the longer Barnage takes to get there, the less impact it is. For Barnage, anyway. Maniacal coming back and checking these checks. Another pod small on Stumpy.
Well, that's actually very good for Maniacal. He's going to definitely find that and be able to finish the dungeon. I mean, we still need the big key, of course, but, you know, you don't want to be locked out.
Oh, we find Swamp. And Barnage going to Dig Game.
Yet another heart container. He's got double Maniacal's count. And back to the Dark World for Barnage. Here we're getting a new check from Maniacal, the Eastern Big Chest, and is more money. Wow, okay. Laser Bridge has, well, that was, painful.
20 rupees was that top chest. Another 20. Nice map.
We didn't need that. And another 20 rupees, yay!
Oh, and the other side of the mountain entrance or mountain start is Mimic Cave.
Ooh.
And Maniacal getting a bug net and a crystal.
So he ties up the crystal count, and we all know that bug net is so much fun to have when you have no bottles.
It is. Yeah, I can catch bugs and put them in my invisible bottle.
Alright, Maniacal heading back to Kakariko to go get the stuff in the well.
Yeah, we can do fun Agastrats.
Especially with the boots, that's fun to watch.
And a piece of heart on the pyramid ledge. And now Maniacal is finding all of those heart containers.
Barnage gonna go visit Catfish, perhaps.
Just have to maneuver around that tree. Ooh,
Alright,
connector.
shovel check. This is logically locked behind 6 pod smalls. And, okay, the all-important... well, that got him a heart container. So the only thing left with the question mark from Pod is the Swamp Big.
Yeah, we have to find Dam and a couple other items first.
Yeah, we need the flippers, of course, and the all-important front door key. Blue boomerang from Catfish.
Well, there's TR West out by Desert.
And Meyer Shed. I mean, it's not too far from its original location, just in a different world. At Mitts! Wow, okay. There's not a ton that the Mitts hard lock. But they're definitely nice to have, for convenience if nothing else.
And that, with the flute, that's a better way of getting to Meyer area.
Oh yeah, because taking that connector doesn't sound like a fun time. And we found Hyrule Castle.
And I do not blame Maniacal for going straight to the back. We got that key. Go to the back, get everything, and then do the whole death warp to get to the front twice and start checking the other 2 entrances.
Oh, well, Barnage is either going to find the other end of... Oh, there we go. I don't think he's been here before. He didn't do the bunny walk.
Right, he did not. So this is really good for Barnage to check all of this stuff.
The third Meyer Small. Okay.
And so that's all of the Meyer small keys. Maniacal getting beat up by some rats. Turtle Rock East in Brewery. And TR Small in back of Escape. Rats really do not do all that much damage.
Maniacal's having to chase them around to get them to hurt him. Right, another batch of checks.
And us knowing where 3 TR Smalls are, that's all of the TR Smalls we need because of Entrance Shuffle. the boss is still 4 key locked.
And
Oh.
there's our boots in Hyrule Castle. That is a very nice find.
"45-minute boots."
And I was just about to say, like, hey, that's relatively early. And the book. Okay. And there's the Sandcart in Skull Woods.
That book opens up Desert's main entrance. And 50 rupees in the cell. Still good to get it out of the way.
Looks like Maniacal's gonna leave the connectors for now and check this entrance first.
And a compass on Desert Ledge. So we're not going to worry about that. Boots were in...
The map chest
No.
of Hyrule Castle.
Yeah.
And mitts were in the cave outside Desert. That was Mire Shed. Oh, well, there's Sick Kid at Dark Sanctuary, but we still have no bottles. Super Bunny Cave for Maniacal at Link's House Bonk Rocks.
One-way connector with 2 item checks.
And just 300 rupees up on Bumper Ledge. Oh, well, there's the west entrance of Hyrule Castle. This is actually very good for Barnage.
Yeah, Barnage will find his boots. And Maniacal is saying, "Why am I here again?" And Barnage is going to take a bit longer to Death Warp.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But going this way to see the ball and chain guard, he'll hit you harder than the rats.
Spike Cave at the whatever cave that's called.
It's Eastern Palace Fairy Cave, or one of them. I just know there's a fairy in there. And Checkerboard Cave by that portal.
Yeah, there's been a lot of money in this seed.
With Maniacal having 1,600. Yeah, there's a ton of money in the seed to find. And Saha's hut is nothing.
You know, it looks like it was in better condition than when Saha used to live there.
Yeah, there's no cracked wall in that house.
Alright, Maniacal, where to? The other bonk rocks. And King's Tomb with those mitts, actually.
Yeah. Hotel Mario at the Bonk Rocks. Or, I forget which one we say is Hotel Mario.
I think that was it.
Okay. But chasing those boots is a good thing to do. And there's Skull Woods. Just no fire rod. Barnage has a fire rod, but no. And oh, he does have the boots, but no mitts.
But yeah, doing this with the lamp shouldn't be too hard for Maniacal.
Right, it shouldn't be. It is a very easy bomb jump setup. The Barnage is going through pod and opening the main door. Yeah, easy bomb setup, just walk across the wall and you're just in place.
And the Gyptos played nice. They very politely got out of his way.
Yeah, they did. Using that spike damage.
And here's Mothula. Maniacal has his hammer out.
Well, Moth is playing nice. Went straight down. And I said I had enough of that.
Oh, this is getting close. Oh no!
Oh no!
He was so close, wasn't he?
He was. I think one more hit should have done it. Because you just need 4 hits with Master Spins or Hammer.
Yeah, well, looks like that went well enough, and he's gonna go try again.
And our tracker is also tracking the Moth attempts. Oh, the Gibdo said, get dunked on.
Well, that's just rude.
Barnage going through a pod. Gonna get all of the checks that Maniacal got.
Yeah, the Swamp Big is the only possibly important one that he could have found here. Alright, Maniacal got one more heart from under that skull, putting him at an odd number, which is enough to give him one more hit. Alright, it's going well so far. I think that's 3 hits. Oh, my nerves.
Getting close.
Well done!
There it is. Nice.
For 10 arrows. And a pendant. Well, the green pendant
Well,
at least.
yeah, green pendant's not as bad. It's another check, and you don't know until you check it. And that turn-in is right across the river, too.
It's the flippers! Wow!
Oh,
That is
wow.
completely required.
Yes, it is. And they both know that the green pendant is there. So Maniacal having those flippers, it can change a few things now.
Oh, our tracker
Oh,
reminding
swamp.
us Swamp's a pendant. Maybe the
Okay.
flippers aren't required. I mean, you
Oh,
have to
yeah.
hope they are, right?
Yeah, Barnage knows it's a pendant. Barnage doing his shovel check.
Making sure to keep 6 hearts in the lead. I don't think I've ever seen this many hearts before the 1 hour mark.
Maniacal might be hoping that something's important in Swamp.
Yeah, there are 10 checks to make.
Also guiding towards flipper checks.
Finally, we can unload some of that money we're carrying around on the big fish.
There's a nice little shop. And now seeing Ice Palace entrance.
Interesting. Oh. Alright, and back into the water with Maniacal.
Yeah, this could be a waterfall check. And if it's certain dungeons or certain entrances, you almost need flippers, or you would need flippers to even do this check. And it's Curiosity Shop.
Why didn't he want to spend 500 rupees on a shield? It's such a good deal. What was that on the ledge?
I think it was powder.
That could be
Yeah.
important.
It could very well be important.
Alright, King Zora.
Trying to give us our money back.
He's just very bad at counting. Alright, Eastern defeated for Barnett. Armos defeated for Barnett. He's finished Eastern. For his second crystal.
So Maniacal has to get back up to the mountain and use that hook shot to get across.
Yeah, this is going to be a Moon Pearl after 1 hour.
And Barnage is going to to get that second check in Castle Tower. Maniacal is keep following those boots.
Yeah. Did he check this when he was in the first time? I think he did.
I don't remember if he checked it or not.
But has he checked the west exit already, or?
The west exit was Dark Road, and I believe he did.
Oh yeah, he was locked behind the hammer pegs. He must have come out there because he certainly couldn't have gone in.
Yeah. And the only way up the mountain was Old Man Rescue. Oh,
All right,
powder check.
Yeah, this is nice. Good thing it's not locked behind the GT climb. That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, so it is Lumberjack at GT. Or at Pyramid.
Well, that kind of sucks because it's also not something you can go look at.
Right, it's not, and we do still need the big key to do the climb. And Barnage grabbing those silver arrows as well, because running through here might as well. On our first check on the other side of Hookshot Cave.
That's right. He didn't do this the first time because he went and rescued the old man instead. And that is not helpful until we get a mirror. Or, no, it isn't. That's the other cave. That's just not helpful at all.
Right, it's not helpful at all. Oh, Barnage getting the poke in first. So that's to take out all of the pokey spots.
These little pokey things are so funny. Just like...
And now Maniacal is going back up the mountain.
And having all of the keys, Barnage can just do Lava Chest without having to worry about it.
There's still one key outstanding, but 3 is really good enough.
Oh, right. He had 4 because he picked out the pokey key, of course. But by going backwards, he's saving a key here.
Right.
It all works out in the end.
It does, and entrance shuffle means you can do things differently. And the big key to this dungeon is always fun to find.
Oh, that is really convenient because he is going to appear right in front of it. For 1 rupee, okay. Blue mail on Floating Island.
Maniacal found Ice Rod Cave.
Oh, another shield. Wait,
That 500 rupee shield.
Did Barnage already find that, or did he find a different shield?
He found a different shield. And now Maniacal will get his Moon Pearl.
This is not gonna feel great.
And Maniacal getting the Moon Pearl much later than Barnage, it might feel bad. You just don't know where you are in association with your opponent.
Chad pointing out the rupee lead that Maniacal has, but I don't know if that makes up for the hearts difference. But Barnard's using that Bombos to check the Mire entrance now. This is a terrible place for a shop.
Yeah, it is. And Maniacal checking some of these things that he wanted to check earlier and is able to check them now.
Yeah, he can do everything he wants to here in GT except the climb, but of course he doesn't want to do that.
Or right side without the Samaria.
He will find his Fire Rod here, and that will get him Ice Palace if he wants to go back there.
Well, he will have to go back there at some time for the crystal.
Oh yeah, there were 3 heart containers in GT Basement. Now, did... Oh yeah, of course Barnard checked that one. Okay, Barnard's about to find his mitts. So the flippers are still a question mark.
Yeah, Barnage will be hoping that they're not needed. Maniacal might be hoping they are needed.
Was Hera a pendant? That was really quick.
That was really fast.
Barnage going to be the first to check the east exit of Hyrule Castle. Well, that's funny. We'll have to keep that in mind for when we get the mirror, if we ever do.
Well, we get to see Skull Woods on Barnage's side.
Chat confirming that Hera was the red pendant, in fact. Yeah, so Skullwood's had a funny layout. Barnage having to drop in to get to this door.
And now Maniacal with his tempered sword can just run through everything.
And now he can do all this fun stuff on the mountain.
All of this fun stuff that's been taunting Maniacal.
Also Bombos for Turtle Rock.
And Barnage found some armor.
Yep, and Pinball Chest in Crosskeys is always a Skullwood small key, so he didn't have to worry about that. He's going to check the back now with the Fire Rod. And it's another shop.
Another interesting spot for a shop.
I wonder if these people have been getting bad advice from the same person.
You should set up a shop here. No one else has.
Members only. Your membership card is a fire rod.
Lots of memberships needing fire.
So something we're missing a whole bunch of is the big keys. We're gonna need most of them, and the two we do have are not required to beat their dungeons.
Oh yeah, Barnage does not have that powder, so could not check Magic Bat.
But he does not know Skullwoods is a pendant, so he's gonna go ahead and clear this. And that, assuming those flippers end up being required, would be very good for him.
Yeah, Barnage was
Oh,
just
yeah.
at Saha asked him.
Apparently his memory is better than mine.
And yes, bosses are vanilla.
Alright, so there was the shield that Barnage got. It was in the Ice Big Key chest, and we have a mirror shield. Who needs bottles when you got 3 shields?
Well, shields aren't as
Oh, no.
bad. Oh no. Okay, just enough magic. Except
Or not.
it's fine. Just reset the dungeon, grab some magic.
Skullwoods has been giving both of our runners a funny time. Barnage saw that full magic and decided he wanted it.
I don't blame him. But yes, we will be needing that ice rod for Trinex. And as far as items go, I believe that's it that we need. We just need keys and possibly some other stuff.
Samaria as well.
Oh, yeah, and Samaria.
Alright, there's the green pendant for Barnage.
I'm used to looking at my tracker, not this tracker.
So yeah, other than a bunch of checks in the Dark World that Maniacal hasn't gotten to do yet, he's really not behind by much. And there's his second crystal. Well, that was 10 arrows. Here's his second crystal. And both Links holding up something blue over their heads at the same time.
So now where are we gonna be going. Barnage finishing up the sink area.
Interesting. He never checked this before.
No, he hasn't. Trying to route a lot of this stuff in together. Maniacal finding TR back. Gonna get...
There, use that mirror shield. That's right.
I use it here too, if I have it. But I do not grab shields. So it's a rare occurrence if I have it.
I imagine our runners would have skipped them if they had the choice, but they were all in chests. Okay, Maniacal is going swimming. Is this going to be Dark Shopping Mall, or is he just swimming to the pod area?
Dark Shopping Mall. Well, 3 entrances that you can easily get to now with the flippers.
Yeah, and besides, you don't want to ever come back here if you can help it, so just get it done.
Yeah, it's out of the way and dangerous to get to.
Well,
so far, 2 out of 3 entrances are trash.
And... wow.
Oh yeah, this one is Bumper Cave.
Oh, wait, Barnage has already been here. Huh. I had completely forgotten. But at least it does put us somewhere a little more convenient.
And the big key to TR was in Chain Chomp Room.
Yeah, it certainly was. By the way, Barnage has taken the rupee lead. Okay, I think Maniacal's going this way because he's going to go back for Dig Game and then grab the Smith.
Yeah, that makes sense since Maniacal did everything else, and you have to do Dig Game before you get a follower.
And there goes the rupee lead.
And not even grabbing those 300 rupees and leaving them on the floor.
Yeah, it's just another thing to carry with you.
Right. The pocket's already heavy after 1,000 rupees.
Oh, we've got hammer pegs over here.
Yes, we do.
This is so satisfying to watch when you have boots. And there's Hera. And we're just going to take the Smith with us.
Well, it's a pendant, so I don't believe the Smith will disappear. Yeah, Jeremiah gets to see a big giant snake get destroyed.
He gets to look at the basement, but then decides against it.
Well, it takes a while to get out of the basement, and if you're gonna save and quit, it's better to save and quit out of the basement.
Hey, our first bottle!
Oh
Now
wow!
we're 21. And there's the ice rod. We need that.
We can go back and see Lazy Kid and see what he has for us.
All right. Jeremiah with the assist here on the Moldorm kill. I want to see him credited in the credits. You know, when they tell you all of the swords you had.
Jeremiah's probably saying, "Yeah, I'm on an adventure. gotta take down a boss too."
And we're going back for the basement. So, I realized 2 of those shields were in Ice Palace and Ice Rod Cave.
And Ether was dropped on the boss.
Link just showing Jeremiah this is how he lives his life. We just saw Spike K from Barnage, and it's the mirror!
Oh, that's
That's
big.
huge! Because I think Maniacal had the hammer when he found it, but he didn't have the cape.
Yeah, Maniacal could not do it at the time.
Well, Hera Basement, what have you got? The front door key to Swamp. That is not
Oh.
what we wanted to see, actually.
No, it is not at this point.
We just need to find the dam, and now we've got a full clearable swamp. And that also puts Pet on the table, according to our, well... It was pointed out by our tracker, but I mean, it's just true regardless.
Well, after we find Dam, yes, it's on the table. Do you remember where Spike Cave was?
No, I don't. Okay, there's the small key to Thieves Town, which is nice to have before going into the back. And both of our runners converging. An interdimensional high five there. Oh, Maniacal actually wants the heart refill before going into Skullwoods.
And Maniacal has almost caught up with the hearts. Just one behind.
Barnage having the mirror is just going to drop the smith off before going to do all the other stuff.
Well, it makes it a much quicker check. And you can get to the purple chest quicker as well.
Yeah, you only have to make one trip there. And that supposedly useless ether actually being kind of useful in this room for Maniacal. Carnage is into desert to go somewhere.
I think using it as a connector.
To the mire area. Oh, to get up here.
Because of the mirror, yeah.
Is he going to stop before he gets the compass? No, he's not.
Nope. You're committed. Just grab it. Whatever's there.
And there's the dam.
So mirror required for dam instead of for swamp.
My goodness.
And they both have the book and could check ped. And another chess game. The Maniacal has caught up with the heart count.
That is impressive.
And armor count.
And here's Mire under a rock.
Not too far away from its vanilla location either.
We have all of the small keys, but no big key and no Samaria.
Well, we could have vanilla big key and vanilla Samaria.
We could. That would be hilarious.
For us, it would be hilarious.
And the thing about having all three small keys is that this left side is actually in logic now. Okay, well, the compass to Mire was in Mire. Hey, wait, was that vanilla?
I do not know the map and compass chests at all in really any of the dungeons. Okay, chat saying that was compass chest.
Alright, so Gambler's Fallacy, there's totally got to be the big key here, right?
And a reminder to give our runners a follow while we're going through another cutscene. And I am Akuhaish with Blue Link, doing commentary with Arteril doing tracking.
Well, Arnage found his first bottle in cutscene chest. And that's the 6th pod small.
Nice stair rail clip.
Oh, the pod big, we need that.
I think we're getting down to finding big keys. Yeah, and Barnage being down at 1 heart, going to Death Warp to get back to the front. And Lazy Kid has a bunch of sticks in his bed.
Maybe that's why he's having a hard time sleeping well. Wait, were there 2 shops? One behind the bombs medallion and another one in Desert Main?
Yes.
That's amazing. Yeah, so one of them's got like a membership fire rod, a membership medallion, and now like an entire membership book. Or mirror.
I wonder what TR entrance is now. Is it another shop? Or is it something useful?
I wonder if this is a shop right here. There can't be that many shops. No, it's just a empty cave. Okay.
Fairy cave with a pot in it. And Maniacal does pick up the blue boomerang. So now has both of those.
And Barnage is going to finish pod now.
And with all of the small keys, he can open every door if he wants to.
Somebody mentioned in chat a little bit while ago, we have seen every small key in the game except the second Ice Palace small.
I believe that is correct.
Oh, okay, now all the bottles are just rolling in.
Well, we are running out of things to do and check.
Oh,
Exhaust.
there's a key. It was just
Once
sitting here the entire time. To Meyer.
Yeah.
I guess this was quite a while ago now, but somebody in chat said that the pod area was probably the answer.
I remember seeing that. And I know a lot of runners like to not go to pod area because it's off to the side with only a few entrances, and they're kind of spread out.
Yeah, not having the boots would make this even worse. But
And there's a
Akina's
monkey
living here.
And there's a monkey that likes to take your money.
That's Berna, not the cane we needed. Wait, we just stole the old man's walking cane.
Yeah, we did. All we have to do is heat it up a lot, and it might turn red.
And then you need to activate Berna to prevent yourself from burning yourself while you're using it?
Yes.
I don't know how this works.
We're going through a paradox cave while doing this, too.
Alright, here's Helma.
And there's our monkey on Maniacal's side.
Yeah, please take the money away. Alright, Helma was just a map, but that's a crystal, and we have yet another terribly located business.
Well, it's a fortune teller shop. So they really wanted you to work at getting your fortune told.
I wonder if they're in business with Kiki or if just Kiki's extorting people on the way there. Alright, there's more bonk rocks here to check for Maniacal.
Then we're getting rid of some entrance checks because just go in and leave. Barnage gonna get his pile of sticks.
Alright, Barnage is probably going to find Hera now. And pick up the purple chest on his way out.
I wonder who's gonna go to Swamp Palace first.
I'm going to say probably Barnage because he's actually emptied the dam.
Fair.
And Maniacal's going up the mountain again.
Oh, Maniacal has to find that mirror in Spike Cave someplace. Gonna probably drop down into this. No, not that left cave. Oh no, checking Turtle Rock entrance.
Oh, this could be interesting.
And there's a swamp small for Barnage.
And since he's actually released the dam, I'm sure he's thrilled to see that.
Probably very thrilled.
Oh, Mimic Cave.
Ooh.
Not too far from where it belongs, but this could be important.
And they're trying to hide out from everything with their treasure of half magic.
Okay, useful.
The Mimic Pirates. Another fortune teller shop.
And
this-
here's Moldorm for Barnage.
Without a
Nicely done.
smith.
There's his ether and a pendant. Alright, purple chest, are you the answer?
drop off purple chest and can also check that tablet.
Yeah, that's another option.
That tree doesn't exist to the hook shot.
Have we seen the K45 entrance?
I
I
do
don't
not
think
think
Barnage had been
so.
back. Well, he can do it after Bombo's tablet.
Right. It's not too bad to get back to.
Oh, right, he left the purple chest behind, so, yeah, it would have...
Flute.
Okay, well, yeah, flute.
It's
It's
better
convenient.
Right, it's better mobility. That's about all it is.
All right, Bombo's tablet, what have you got? That's disappointing. Oh, you know what? This makes total sense. He's probably going to Swamp, and that's at the Arrow game. Or, well, nope, I'm just wrong. He probably wants to check this first.
Yeah. Just goes
Okay,
to show we're guessing as commentators.
now he's going to go to Swamp. Or not? Oh, the sunken item.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing he's paying attention, because I'm certainly not.
10 arrows. Oh, and this Turtle Rock small key.
All right, now he's going to Swamp. I mean, he is going to K45. I am aware of that. And then Swamp. All right, what do we have here?
A hint cave or something. It just forget who's at the end of some of those caves. But now it is swamp. After all of those detours.
And there's a big key to desert, so that mirror is required.
All of that stuff is hard required for this pendant dungeon.
Okay, we're just getting all the big keys now. Actually, Maniacal has the Meyer big, so that's, we just need Samaria now, don't we?
Yeah, it's Thieves' Hideout we have not seen.
Is Maniacal isn't seriously gonna hover this, is he? He's actually... Oh my goodness. Okay, this is amazing. Look at that. Wow. Halfway there. Wow, adjusting direction on the fly. What? Wow, this is amazing.
And
Well
he
done.
made it. Nice. Great job, Maniacal.
I am floored.
For some bombs.
Well, I mean, it couldn't have been Samaria, and that's the only thing we know we need. But still, that was amazing, and like one of the most impressive things I've seen in this game.
And Left Side Swamp is showing us great stuff with a piece of heart and 20 rupees.
Oof. Inopportune heart refill for Maniacal, but he's gonna just go and jump in the pit a bunch of times. Or is no way, no way. You can't do this. That fire bar's in the.
Oh, you can hover around it if you can turn hover.
I mean, that's absolutely insane.
Right,
But I
it
mean,
would be.
wow.
Yeah, if Maniacal goes to the back entrance and just hovers to try next,
That would be
which
I mean, people have done it before, I'm sure. And there's always a sword and swamp.
yeah, so those big keys that we found in Swamp, one of them could be holding the Mario.
Yeah, he does have clear direction. I guess at this point now, there's 2 checks in Desert and another 4 in Thieves, and you need to do them anyway. Alright, Argus, 1 arrow to the eye. And we have the Compass of Swamp.
And the
Pendant number
third
3.
pendant.
Ped
And,
time?
and salute that duck for Maniacal. And are we going to blindfold Ped?
Oh, the Ice Big. That's probably not what we wanted to see.
No, it puts the boss in logic and that big chest. Okay, and Barnage is activating the flute as well.
You know, that flute is nice for getting to the mountain at least, because we don't have to keep taking that connector, but Maniacal decided he wanted to take it anyway.
I think Barnage is going to Ped.
Wait, was the front door of TR here the entire time?
Yes, it was up there on the mountain. I think Maniacal is the first one to check that entrance. Maniacal and Barnage without the book out is going to just blindfold Ped.
I want to see a mushroom here. Okay, Maniacal's gonna get his mirror finally.
Bombs on Ped.
Now, there's a lot he can check, but all he needs to do is go to the mire area, go drain the swamp, and go to swamp. Swamp had 2 big keys we needed, Desert and Thieves.
And there goes Maniacal draining that swamp now, or that dam now.
Yeah, I think he's flooding Swamp, honestly.
Yeah, flooding swamp, draining the dam. And I'm gonna see that there's no other way here other than that mirror.
And Maniacal has discovered Meyer. He does have the big key, so if we have a vanilla Samaria, things could be really interesting.
Yeah, that's the only check we don't know about. And the girl in Face Town had 3 bombs right next to her, did not bomb her way out.
Maybe the 3 were the ones left after she tried. Maybe it was a 10-pack.
It could be a 10-pack, and she tried with 7 of them and said, no, I can't do this. No, she just wants to go into this room. Oh my, she's a boss.
Desert humor being dry, I mean, Desert's where Barnage is probably going to go next. And that's Blind defeated. For another piece of heart and a refill.
16 hearts on Barnage's side. Taking that heart lead yet again. And Pyramid Fairy check is open. So another exclusive entrance. Might check that after Desert back.
Alright, is it here? Nope, more bombs. Everything's bombs. I mean, rupees were the joke earlier on, now it's just bombs.
And every shop has bombs you can buy too.
Alright, Lamos, what do you have for us?
Nice quick silver Lamo fight.
Another compass! Tahara!
Maniacal's checking this entrance. Oh yeah, Barnage did check it.
There's the big bomb. Good thing we have the flute.
Yeah, I don't think we could get the big bomb down without the flute.
Yeah, that sounds like a logistical nightmare. So Maniacal's doing his required dungeon first. This makes total sense.
So thinking about exclusive entrances that you need stuff for, this might be one of the more exclusive ones other than GT entrance.
All right, what do we have here? Oh, that doesn't actually help, does it?
No, it does not. We know where both of the other exits are, and we have checked what the item is, and it was arrows, I believe. But Barnage is getting close to that Meyer Big Key.
Yep, he's just gonna steal Akina's walking cane first.
And for what we know, that is not going to get him closer to the red cane, but still needs the big key.
I think at this point the last thing we ever want to see is the GT Big.
Oh, Desert Palace Big Chest should have something.
Yeah, we have that. We have the Ice Palace Big Chest.
The Desert Palace one is easier to get to.
Yep, that is certainly true.
And Maniacal taking down Helmet King, getting his next crystal.
So there were actually two fortune tellers here in um, in the pod area.
Barnage going to be doing these checks because gotta exhaust all of your routes.
All right, Maniacal. Either gonna check K45 first, or nope, he's checking this other entrance and then doing Swamp.
There's that Ice Palace Big for Maniacal. Wonder if he'll gamble and check that chest. After going through Swamp.
Well, I think he's going to do what Barnage did. Do his required dungeons and then do funny stuff.
Right. More than likely, because doing the guaranteed things, you might get your key that you need on the way, or the item that you need.
Well, this is going to be the Desert Big Chest. Oh, Maniacal left Swamp. That is a bold decision and probably the right one. Well, I mean, he's not going to get the butter stick, but there was nothing else he needed in there.
And the triple M stands for Madam's Monday Machinations.
I did not know that. Every time I see that, I just think multi-man melee.
Oh, and it's something some other runners created just to have Crosskeys fun.
All right, Barnage back into Mire for one check. All right, Barnage, where to now?
Up the mountain entrance and
The Ice Big Chest. Okay.
okay,
Chat
yeah,
predicting a mushroom here.
that would be more troll. And just going for the big chest, you do not have to bomb jump. As far as we know, the GT Big Key could be here, leading to GT.
Which, I mean, nobody wants to see that, right?
We don't want to, but it's got to be somewhere at the same time. We're hoping to find the Samaria and GT Big Key on right side GT.
There it is! It was in ice, and you could have had that ice big... like, right after you got the mirror. Oh, that's awful,
Yeah.
but we're spared,
Yeah, you could have.
and Barnage is now in go mode. Well, looking at the race room, I'm not gonna do spoilers with who it is, but we have some finishers already.
Yeah, and our restreamed runners aren't really too far behind.
I guess, is there any realistic world where you would have had the ice big before going in ice the first time? I don't think so.
All depends on how you clown route it. And we are now listening to Bomberman 64.
Alright, Vitreous versus Silver Arrows. Very nicely done. And crystal number 6 for maximum barnage. And now he just needs to go to Hype Cave to get to the back of Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that's really not that far. And then heading to the village for Ganon.
Oh no, Maniacal's gone back to Swamp.
Oh no.
I mean, you can't blame him. It was a bold play.
Yeah, sometimes that boldness can really burn you, but there are times where it can help you out. You just never know until you do it.
Yep, that's Rando. And that's Trinex down. Crystal number 7 incoming. And off we go. Right into the Lost Woods, which are looking really nice because of that ped bull. And here's Ganon for maximum Barnage.
Yeah, with gold and silvers, it'll be a very quick, easy fight.
If Ganon just would hold still.
Yeah, and it's looking like Maniacal is going to full clear swamp. Kind of really hoping that Go Mode is here. Setting up for that triple arrow
Nicely
and
done.
getting it. Get your GGs in the chat for maximum Barnage.
He's going to finish 9th place overall with a time of 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 32 seconds. Congratulations. Alright, so finishing at 2 hours and 2 seconds in first place, that was JJo36. Second place, Furious Magic. Third place, Ganon's Gone Wild. Fourth place, Magnet Hands. Fifth place, Oboe. Sixth place, Sheer. Seventh place, ArmLX. Eighth, Silver Owl. Just 28 seconds before maximum Barnage, and in 10th place we now have Late Bit finishing 10 seconds after Barnage. Alright, maximum Barnage should be joining us momentarily.
And Maniacal getting that third pendant. Hey, welcome in, and GG's maximum
GG's.
Barnage.
GG's, thanks. Thanks for comms, guys.
Yeah,
Hope it was decent.
it was really good. I like the blind ped pull.
Yeah,
Yeah, we approved.
it's for the fans, obviously. But yeah, I kind of last location the cane, but I guess it could have gone worse if you didn't last location the cane.
How so?
Well, I mean, you could have done everything behind the cane that was left behind the cane, like
Right
know.
side GT.
Oh, yeah, that's
right,
true.
like right side GT, maybe find the GT big key, maybe climb, right side, back, Turtle Rock main, all of that stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, okay.
I haven't actually tuned in yet. How's Maniacal's progress going?
Maniacal just pulled ped.
Okay, cool.
Looking for the cane.
Yeah, he was missing the mirror for quite a while.
Yeah.
Also got that Moon Pearl later.
After an hour.
Ooh. Well, I don't even... Where was that even? I don't even remember.
It was in Hype Cave, but I forget where Hype Cave was.
It was right side mountain. You had to use a hook shot after saving Old Man.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you had the hook shot early. I'm not sure what keeps you away from there, but
following connectors.
Right. Maniacal is currently extremely dedicated to learning this mode. So, I'm not sure what they'll be able to glean off this one, but hopefully a restream will shed some light on it.
Right. And see what your opponent does side by side, easier and having comms commentate too.
Yeah, absolutely. Those things definitely help. I love the giant cluster of times around 210. Like, wow. I mean, like, in a lot of seeds, you kind of wonder, like, okay, how would people route this? How would, what would be the same? But, like, I feel like this is pretty much the only way to do it. I mean, like, I imagine the folks who were in, like, the low 2 range probably actually just kept Ice Palace in logic and just waited. Like, I mean, just speculation, but that's what would make sense to me.
Yeah, or going to ice later and just the routing being that much different, where you go in with the big key.
And then I'm betting there's a smaller cluster of people below me who also like maybe chose not to do the ped pull or like for a 30-40 seconds worth of time save or um, maybe just pulled the items out like the 2 keys out of swamp and then left, which was probably a pretty good move.
The
Maniacal did that.
started.
But then after not finding stuff, you just you go back, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, mind you,
I guess that's true. I mean, I guess like there's no way you're leaving 8 items in swamp before heading back to ice for the big chest. So
yeah, kind of unfortunate.
yeah, I mean that's a pretty tough spot. The ice big chest is a pretty tough spot to get back to. I mean, like I think I had actually nothing left. Like I was looking at my map and I had a couple of green dots and it was like, okay, no, there was the hookshot cave connector which I didn't chase, and the dark cave like mountaintop bottom connector that I didn't chase. But I also have like 2 dumb exits. So like I know where those lead, so there's no sense in chasing them. So like I had literal nothing left except for ice big chest. So
Yeah, and I mean,
Maniacal
that collection
just
rate
got
kind
the
of.
king.
Yeah, sorry, good point. Yeah, your collection rate really shows just how much you'd already done.
yeah, especially with I mean all the items locations. I mean besides stuff I left stranded in that was like visible items. I mean GT still has 9 plus lumberjacks, so there's 10 there, and then 3 in Turtle Rock. So yeah, so that takes me almost near 200 already of stuff that like there was absolutely no point in getting. So yeah, I did much of everything.
Yeah, and all 3 pendant dungeons requiring at least a dip, and some of them locking each other. That was some pretty funny logic.
Yeah. I mean, like, fortunately, I kind of did the right thing, where I tend to frequently not to in these Crosskeys seeds, which is just like, I guess I just fortunately found pendants at the right time, where it was just like, oh, I found Skull Woods finally. It's behind this very late Titan's Mitt, and requires the boots, and I already have 3 keys for it, so like, seems like it should be something. And then it was the same with, Tower of Hera when I came across it, where it was like, okay, well I have all the keys, I may as well just get everything since I don't have any like pressing really good locations to go to. So
Yeah, and when you found the Swamp Small, you had everything else to go there. Were you happy about finding it?
yeah, I mean, I felt like I was gonna find it soon or at some point. I felt like imminent was either gonna be Kane, and then I would have to do all the Kane stuff, or Swamp Small, or GT Big Key. I was really hoping to wave GT Big Key, which I did, thankfully.
Yeah, I was getting really suspicious early on with all the GT Smalls popping out. That like, are we gonna have to climb? I hope not. And thankfully we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't know. There had to be nothing but junk up there, so like, yeah, it was really weird to get all 4 keys so early. I mean, we were sitting on 3 at like, I don't know, like 20 minutes or something.
I just wanted to quickly mention Maniacal now into his final dungeon, and we really appreciated that hover attempt, just showing off for all the adoring fans. That's what makes doing these restreams really great.
Was that the Trinex hover?
Yeah, he got about halfway.
Yeah.
He's gonna wish he got the whole way. I know.
Well, he did hover earlier, going from Chain Chomp Room south without the cane to get that one chest in that left side spike room thing in TR.
I hope his 20 rupees or whatever the heck it was worth it.
It was 3 bombs. He didn't even drop them
Even
to show
worse.
off.
The most hard-earned 3 bombs in randomizer history. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm really thankful that AFG has been putting these things together. Like, it's been really cool to have these old school like SRL style races with. I mean, how many people were in this one? 20.
29.
29. Yeah, that's a good race for a weeknight too.
Yeah, it is.
Like, ladder's fun and all, but like, I don't know. There's just something different. I mean, like, if I'm playing ladder and like I'm up against JJo and I just like lose, right? Like, I get some data out of that, but like, a loss is a loss, right?
Right, and that's 1v1 versus you against everyone and seeing how you stack up.
Yeah, or if I'm against like Armalex or something and I lose by like a minute, it's like, man, that feels like really, really bad. But if I'm looking at a field of runners I generally respect and I'm finishing like 9th out of 29, like I can feel pretty good about that,
Yeah.
And especially with that cluster, like you were saying, of like 5 or 6 finishers within like 2 minutes of each other. Yeah, being part of the pack there.
Yeah, I mean that feels about right for me and my skill level and all that stuff. So, Armalex has been on a tear lately. They've been doing really good. They're in open finals. That's not concluded yet, has it?
I believe game 3 is tomorrow.
Oh boy! All right.
Yeah, that promises to be exciting.
Yeah. Open league playoffs are like more exciting than invitational playoffs. Like, no lie, they just are. The last game between those teams was pretty good, but yeah.
Right, Maniacal is into phase 3, now just has to wait for the big pig to calm down. Oh, there's a bomb! Nicely done.
Wait, what?
He's dropping bombs on the Triforce logo on the floor.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Well done. GG's to Maniacal. Alright, he's going to finish in 20th place with an official time of 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 39 seconds. GG.
Yeah, looking forward to getting his thoughts here on that one.
And we will be joined momentarily by Maniacal. Here he is. GG's.
Oh
GG's
my
maniacal.
god. Yeah, thanks, GG.
GG's, bud.
Okay. So first, the Turtle Rock hover was just amazing. I've never seen something quite that impressive, I don't think.
I figured it would be fun because the seed was already going as badly as possible. I thought I'd have fun with it. If I'm coming up from the back of Turtle Rock or mid Turtle Rock, and I have all the small keys, there's like zero risk to just torching the keys as long as you can kill the pokey quick. And I had like a good sword, I had 4 small keys, I had bombos to clear everything out of the room. So, I mean, it was kind of a free roll at that point because I wasn't sure where Samaria was going to be in the logic.
Yeah, I guess we knew at the time, but you didn't, that Samaria was the only thing outstanding.
Yeah, well, I was still missing Samaria as well as multiple big keys, and a bunch of entrances still. So,
Maniacal, the only person to refer to large Turtle Rock covers as a quote free roll.
I mean, you give it a try, you fail, you go back and you don't do it. Right? Like, there's very little cost to failing at that point. Like, the key doesn't matter.
I mean, with as much as you practice it, the success is pretty much expected. So.
I failed the Trinex one.
I heard you made it like halfway. That I almost told, so.
Yeah, I had Kane at that point, so I was like kind of half trying and half just like, please, Resident Sleeper me out of this.
I was figuring you're just showing off.
It was just like, well, I've got to do something that might keep people entertained with his terrible run. But where was Ice Big Key?
Ice Big Key was on race game entrance, vanilla race game entrance.
Okay.
Yeah, like right next to Swamp.
Yeah, so vanilla race game entrance right next to Swamp. Okay, so I guess everyone got mirror before going into ice? Or
yeah.
Like that's all I can think is that like people just went back to Spike Cave, but I didn't have an invincibility item in Logic for the longest while.
According to the cape was in Logic. I mean,
it was eventually in Logic, but it was like a long time, and so by the time Spike Cave was on the table, there just wasn't a lot. Like there were other things that were more compelling.
Fair enough.
And so, like, when do I want to clean up a really bad spot of the map with a really bad singleton item cave? I don't know. I didn't feel bad putting it off to last.
And I routed all kinds of stuff. I wasn't to the east side of the map until like almost 2 hours into the seed.
Oh, I went over there fairly aggressively when things started to thin down. Although I didn't go east from Link's house enough to find Paradox Cave until it was perilously late. So that was not great.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was pretty early for me. I according to Blue Link and Akuhish, you were like really late to Pearl, and Mirror was kind of like the daggers for you.
Yeah, I was fairly late to Pearl. Pearl was pretty well hidden for me. I hard last located Mirror, and then I hard last located Samaria. Because why am I going back into ice for Big Chest?
Yeah, it was absolute last location for me. So
yeah, it was absolute last location, but just with like a worst possible sequence.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting the Mirror late in the seed, I think that's probably the biggest time loss because there's just like so many disparate locations to check.
Yeah, there was a bunch behind the Mirror, including the dam was the real problem. So like I couldn't do anything in Swamp. So I couldn't get, so I was looking at go -3. Also, is Blind's Hut at GT entrance?
Yeah,
okay.
Tucker, yeah.
Okay, because I hadn't marked off Blind's Hut, so I did Pyramid entrance before I went back into ice for a known item, thinking I was coin flipping for 5 items. So I thought the expectation value was 2.5 versus expectation value 1 back into ice. So it made sense to to do the big bomb turn in, and then I of course had to go to ice anyway.
Yeah, I bombed too. The only things I left behind were a couple of connectors, but I already knew where they led, so I didn't need to check them.
Yeah. I was like verifying connectors for sanity reasons, although it didn't actually help my sanity to verify that, yes, I was right and there was nothing there. Yeah, this was just kind of like a worst possible for me. I don't know. It sucks to put up a clunker like that after putting a bunch of work into the category. I like to think that I've improved. I feel like I'm improving at how I'm seeing the category, but then like I just go and do this stuff. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, we were entertained, and I hope you had fun.
I had fun for about maybe 90 minutes, and then it got really thin, and there was a bunch of stuff still missing, and there just was like nothing good to do. And then it got kind of unfun.
Yeah.
But 60% fun.
Well, it should be a decent watch back, because I know you've been really trying to
figure out things and
things in the mode and just see kind of the way I went about it, so. Yeah,
I mean, you beat me by what, 13 and a half minutes or something like that? Like that is. I should not give up 13 and a half minutes, so I don't know. And I mean, I gave up almost 24 or over 24 minutes against first, which is just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could play that badly.
Two flat's a pretty good time for the seed, to be honest.
And it's not playing badly, it's more of like, when do you follow connectors, when do you not follow connectors? And that's a big thing with Crosskeys. Yeah,
that's a huge part of this mode. And so I felt like I was making fairly judicious decisions, and then all of a sudden it was like the world of spaghetti. And I don't know exactly when that happened. I felt like going into ice when I did was a little bit aggressive. I did consider delaying it, but I really just needed some brain time to like parse what I was dealing with after getting the pearl. And so I just liked that I had an easy dip to ice. Like once I had gotten through left GT, I think is about when I went back for it. I was starting to feel like there weren't a ton of options, or that there were a bunch of competing options that were all kind of comparable value, and I wanted to sort through them a little bit.
Yeah.
And risked the ice big chest as collateral, and maybe I can just like set a flag and force myself to go back in those instances, because it's not actually all that bad, but like icebreakerless ice feels really gross to go back for just the big chest. I don't know. It might just be a mental thing.
I mean, if you look at the cluster, I mean, like the times on the seed kind of tell themselves. There's a giant cluster of people right around 210. They all did the exact same thing. I'm almost certain of just last locationing the cane and going back for it. It's the rest that you want to focus on, not the one decision.
Yeah, but like you look at that's the group of people who last located the cane. But like there's another 14 minutes, which means that like the 14 minutes of what else I did that got me there was probably like making a decision about when I go into ice, making a decision about when I go into Spike Cave.
Pretty much.
I think one decision was going to East Death Mountain also, because that was the only way to get that moon pearl in this seed.
Yeah, and the connector there was rather gross.
Right, it was.
It was in logic, and it was like aggressively in logic, especially once Castle Tower and Hyrule Castle like outed themselves as not all that relevant. So like you can start to sniff out like what that lamp might have been doing a little bit, but even still, like even if you're just like, well, I should be going up to top of Light World Mountain, like walking down to Flute 8 for Ice Rod Cave entrance to go through the old man rescue connector to get to Tower of Hera. Like it's not that attractive.
Right. Well, that's about all I have for this one. Thank you guys for comms and tracking and all that stuff. It was a fun way to spend the evening. So
Yeah.
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 Appreciate it.
Thank you for
GG
racing.
Varnish. Sorry I couldn't put a little bit better of a race up for you. Keep it a little more interesting, but
yeah, do better next time.
I will try. Like I am trying very earnestly to do better, and it's not going great. But like I alternately feel like it's going okay, and then like I get evidence that it's very much not going okay.
That's my life in Crosskeys in a nutshell. So
Yeah. So good. Back to the drawing board. We'll keep at it.
all right. Yep. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for the comms. Thanks for the tracking and crew and everything. Appreciate it.
And Maniacal, I really like your final rupee count. That was an important year.
Oh man. That is a rupee count. We had a bundle of rupees the whole seed. Couldn't do much with those. Could have done more. I made the mistake of not buying bombs at one point, and then I went back and bought them. I had a bunch of little time losses like that where my decisions were just not... The clarity on my decision making was not where it needed to be. So maybe this is the right result. Didn't play so great, but yeah, appreciate it, and yeah, I'll let you guys take it out.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun to watch and comm. Thanks for putting on an excellent show. Akuhush, thank you for joining me on comms. It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you to our tracker, Arteril. We relied heavily on you, and you are one of the best in the business, so thank you for that. And thank you everyone for joining us. We hope you had an excellent time. And don't forget to tune in to Game 3 of the Open League Finals tomorrow, if you are able.
Yeah, thank you all, and have a great night, everyone.